Hi, welcome to my sewing room and to a new video. In this video, I'm going to be showing you some of my recent vintage sewing pattern purchases and talking about my sewing plans for the spring. I know I said in my last vintage sewing pattern haul that I wouldn't be doing one of these this year, as I had put myself on a vintage sewing pattern buying freeze. I did substitute the vintage sewing patterns for vintage sewing pattern books for a while. However, I have been picking up a few vintage sewing patterns here and there whenever I see one I just have to own or when I find a really good one for a really good price. I also really want to step up my planning game when it comes to my sewing projects, my videos, my kids' activities, just my life in general. So I'll also be showing you how I'm going about making those plans with my new Clever Fox planners. I feel as if I now have so much more sewing experience and knowledge of what I want to sew and what I want to wear and pieces that I need for my wardrobe. So I'm excited to make plans that I'll actually possibly be able to follow through with. But I'm still learning, so do me a favor. If you have any tips or tricks for planning out your projects or your hobbies or your kids' activities or any of those things now that life's resuming some of its busyness, please feel free to share those in the comment box below. So now I'm going to show you the patterns I've purchased as well as the fabrics I have paired with those for my upcoming spring sewing projects. I plan to put out a video a week for April and May, so there's quite a few projects here that I want to go through. I'm not sure if I'm going to get to them all or what order I should do them in, so please feel free to share your suggestions down below. Well, I have a lot of work ahead of me, so let's get into my recent vintage sewing pattern purchases and my spring sewing plans. So my first couple of makes will be wedding related. I told you guys in my bridal shower garden party dress video about my brother's upcoming wedding in Michigan. So I'm gonna need 3 outfits, one for the actual wedding, and then my parents are hosting a rehearsal brunch I need to make an outfit for, and my husband and I are hosting the rehearsal dinner, and I need to make an outfit for that as well. So I'm going to start with showing you what I have picked out for my brunch outfit. I have this Butterick pattern 7681. It doesn't have a date on it, but I think it's from the 1950s for a jumper and blouse duo. It reads, scoop neck jumper dips to a V and buttons in back. Choose it with a slim or circular skirt, wear it alone or with the lantern sleeve blouse or a sleeveless dicky blouse. So I'm making the full version and the lantern sleeve blouse. And so here are my fabrics. I chose this for the dress itself. And I have 4 yards of this I got for $3 a yard, dead stock fabric. And then I chose this for the blouse. I like that it has a bigger print on it. This is actually very similar to what's on the pattern artwork. It's just a little more blue than teal, but I think it'll be really cute. My only thing is I'm worried about it looking a little Eastery. Sometimes spring colors put together just look Eastery. I don't know. Let me know your opinions on this, if you think this is a good choice or not for the wedding brunch. Okay, so next I have my outfit for the rehearsal dinner, and I'm so excited about this one. So this is also a Butterick pattern. It doesn't have a date on it, but I think judging by the hair, it's early 1960s or very late 1950s. If you have any information on Butterick 2488, please feel free to let me know. And it reads, shallow neckline, low square back, slim skirt with or without attached panels or overskirt is view A. Floor length dress view B, short is C, floor length contrast cummerbund is D, contrast bodice, attached back panels, attached overskirt, and self-tie belt. So my thoughts is to do view D. I'm still struggling between if I just want to have the panels on the back or the full skirt coming around, but I know I want to do the top of the bodice in either the panels or the skirt, whichever I decide, in the same fabric, and then the skirt portion in a different fabric. So this is what I have picked out for the dress, and then this is what I have picked out for the panels or the overskirt. I haven't decided yet. I know this is kind of wild for a rehearsal dinner, but I just think it's going to be a fun take on evening wear. And since my husband and I are hosting, it's supposed to be kind of laid back, but still kind of fancy is the vibe we're going for. And so I just think this could be a very fun take on vintage evening wear. So let me know your thoughts on that as well. If you follow me on Instagram, I have already posted this over there. At first, I was worried there was too much white in the dress material I've picked out, but they assured me on Instagram that it was fine. So the pattern I'm using is Simplicity 1985. Also does not have a trademark date. So if you have any information on this pattern, share it with the girls. It's just a slim fit dress with the overdress. And so I think this could be really nice for a spring wedding with all of the spring vibes. And so this is the material I have picked out for the dress. I am just really in love with this material. And then I have this sheer material for the overdress. And so I know this is going to have to be French seamed, which is something I haven't done before. And so I'm looking forward to making this and making a video on it. So those are the 3 wedding makes, and pretty sure these videos will come first. Not sure of the order yet, but let me know which you would like to see first. Next up, we have a vintage Vogue pattern, and I am really in love with this. It does have a copyright date. It's 1952. And I just love this dress and how it's gathered at the side. It is a 4-piece skirt, has gathers at waistline in front and deep pleats at side front. Skirt joins the bodice at waistline. Bodice has gathers from darts at front, tiny collar, long sleeves, which may be worn pushed up, and very short sleeve, drop shoulder armholes. And so I'm pretty sure I'm going to do the short sleeve version. I have this really spring looking material. I've actually had this material for a while, and it's in another one of my sewing pattern plan videos from when I first started, and I just never used it because I was actually quite terrified. I've never worked with anything so slippery before, but I'm excited to give it a try. And so I think this is just going to be a really cute dress, and I think this material bodes well for the gathering. So this should be fun. I look forward to making it and making a video on it as well. So next up for my sewing plans, I want to do a white eyelet dress. I really love white and eyelet, and I sometimes wonder if it is just too boring to sew for a video. But as I talked about in my last video, I am not letting that motivate what I decide to sew. And so I'm sewing up a white eyelet dress with this lovely fabric. This is just spring to me. And so it's something that I really want to have in my wardrobe. And so I'm excited to sew it. This Vogue pattern that I have for it looks really simple. So it may not make for the most entertaining video, but I definitely think I'll be happy to have this in my wardrobe. So this one is copyrighted 1952, and it's an all-around gathered skirt, has pockets and seams, and joins the bodice at the waistline. Sleeves cut in one with front and back yokes. Shape collar is also cut in one with yoke, below elbow length, and short sleeves. And so it just looks really simple, really easy to wear, and would be great for white cotton. This next one is a butterick. I believe I might have shown this in a sewing pattern haul before because it's not one of my newer ones. I just never got around to making it. I never had the perfect fabric for it, and I feel like I do now. It's a dress, but to me, it looks kind of like a jacket dress. It looks as if it needed like a heavier, more substantial fabric. It says front button dress with off the neck collar, set in below elbow sleeves. Slightly deepened armholes, shaped flared skirt, slash pockets, purchase belt. And view B is a collarless version with above elbow sleeves and tie belt. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do view B because I sometimes struggle so much with collars. I'm not sure if it's something that I want to deal with. This one does not have a copyright date either, but it looks to be 1960s to me. I'm not sure. If you have any info, please feel free to share it. And this is the fabric I selected to go with it. I just need to find some really big buttons that will complement it well. This fabric I got from Fabric Mart. It was dead stock, $3 a yard, and it is a shantung, so you can't really beat that. And I feel like it's heavy enough to hold up to the design of this pattern. I really like this design, and it looks really just easy to wear, so I look forward to having it in my wardrobe. Next up, we have a Simplicity. It is 2296, and it's just for a very simple one-piece sheath dress. I'm going to do view 2 with the shorter sleeves. Don't really want to fool with those cuffs I sometimes struggle with. And I like how they've done the stripes here on the pattern art. And so I plan to do that with this striped fabric that I have. It is very pink. It looks very spring. Also from Fabric Mart, dead stock. And this one was $5.25 a yard, and I got 4 yards of it. And so I'm really excited to use this. It looks very spring to me. And so I also think it'll be a great addition to my wardrobe and very easy to wear. These next couple of makes I'm really excited about because they are so spring to me, and I'll be wearing them around the Easter holiday. This first one I have is McCall's. It's copyrighted 1956, and I'm going to make View B with this really full skirt because I have so much of this fabric that I got for a really good deal. And so I love full skirts, like really full skirts, but I don't get to make them that often because I don't always have enough yardage. And so I got this for really inexpensive, so I'm looking forward to making a really full skirt with it. It's got all of these little dots on it that look like Easter eggs to me, so I thought it would be just perfect for that. And so that's this one, a 1956 McCall's, number 3781. Let me know what you think of this pattern and of this fabric. We've made it to our final pattern and plan, and so it's a Simplicity 2108. It's for a very simple but very cute dress. It's something that I definitely want to have in my wardrobe. Looks easy to make and easy to wear. Those are the things that I'm after. Here is my fabric choice. It looks like spring, it looks like Easter, it looks like all of those fun things, and I love the stripes, something I haven't really worked with before, and so it's going to be fun trying to make sure these look right, and I want to get better at that skill. So I think this will be a fun make, and I hope it makes for a fun video. So now that the plans are in my head, I want to get them down on actual paper, look at dates, see what things look like, how far out I need to start things, when I need to shoot, when I need to do thumbnails or final photos, all of those things. I have this awesome planner from Clever Fox. They were nice enough to gift this to me, but these opinions are all of my own. It is hands down the best planner I have ever had, and I've tried them all. I am a Virgo, so I am a planner at my core, even if I don't get them all done. But I like to be organized. I like to look ahead, and this one is just different from anything I've ever had. It is like a map for how you want your life to look, quarterly, monthly, yearly. It is just amazing. It has space for a vision board and places to put what I want my life to be like a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and breaks it down for each category: health and fitness, family and friends, business and career, personal development, like all of these things. It starts everything off at the bigger picture and then breaks everything down into chunks that are so much more manageable. So that even goes down into my 1 year goals. And then you have space for the months, and then you have space for a monthly review. Then you get into your weekly planning, and it has space for this week's main goals and priorities and what you're excited about and life balance to-do lists. And it's just so very cool. What skills you would like to learn for the month. And then at the end of every month, you do a monthly review, which is also very cool. And then it breaks down into a quarterly review. I'll show you some of these pages up close so you can see it. It is just so good. It has monthly budgets and expense trackers, and everything's broke up into different sections so you know where you need to be. It is just the best planner I have ever had in my life. And then they have all of these great stickers to make it more attractive, which of course most of us creators are into. And so I'm gonna fill it out, put all the stickers in, all my dates in, make it look so pretty. So I'm going to start by filling my calendars out for April and May. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but I definitely want to plan at least 2 to 3 months at a time. I think it's really going to improve the quality of the content here to have a plan in place. If you guys would like to get one of these planners, the code for my discount will be in the description box below. And so my plan is to fill out the solid dates, the dates that cannot be moved first, and then plan my content, editing and shooting and filming days around that. And you see me listing my month's goals here. To take a Skillshare class, it's been on my to-do list. I have the membership and I've only taken a few classes. I also want to get back on my Peloton. I do not want to forget to send my niece a birthday gift. So yeah, I think this will definitely help the quality of content and just my life in general. If you want to get one, I will leave that link in the description box below. And then I also want to take time to fill out the gratitude journal. And this is something that I'll be doing every day. And I definitely think it's important, as we all have so very much to be grateful for right now with all that is going on in the world. So this is it. I want you guys to let me know what you would like to see first, or if you don't like some of these fabrics with the patterns, especially the ones for the wedding. If you do not like those, please let me know if you have some better ideas or suggestions. Tell me what your favorites are. Tell me what your least favorites are. I want to hear it all. So please feel free to leave all of that, and I will see you in my next video that is soon and sure to come, when I will be making one of these, not sure which. So stay tuned. Thank you all for being here. I really, really appreciate it.